You don't just want to come here for surrogacy because it is absolutely delicious. I'll make sure that we do that. Okay, I'm sure this is absolutely amazing. Oh my god, should I give him money? This church, they had a really big wedding, I felt. It was all traditional when they were coming out. It's a Catholic church. And I've been taking, because I believe Lviv is a city of lovers, so I've been taking all pictures of, you know, lovers. I'll keep looking. Apple store. Leo's a very good one. And I took some intended parents here. One of the top. Pretty. It's fabulous. Great salad, big herring, chupa. Oh, marinated mushrooms. I just can't think of anything I've had there that isn't notch. Oh my god, I had 3 kinds of pate. Because one kind is not enough. And this place here is a beer restaurant. And on the second floor, they have a live band. I would say on the weekends, basically here any single time I come. It's mostly jazz, they're really loud. Most of the time I've been up on the 3rd floor so that I can talk. Usually I stay on this street. Because I'm a creature of habit. I've stayed on this street like a lot of times. Oh, here's that breast back there. National drink. It's sweet, but very potent. Really, really delicious though. You gotta be careful, it creeps up on you. It's just too delicious, so you can drink way too much. So this is Reno Square. I've seen it before. Oh my god. Cheese bob is your screen bob. I think that is very scary. Things like that scared me as a child. So we used to be able to go up through the bell top, but it's closed now because of that war. So if you're not disoriented, you'll always find which of the 4 corners to go in. But like me, I always go down a little bit of each of them to find my way home. I've stayed in apartments on Unveiling Square, but it's really loud. At night they have tons and tons of street musicians. It's a very loud. The buildings are very beautiful. Sometimes it's fun to stay in the middle of the island. The restaurant down there, like, oh, there you go. They have really good desserts here. Do you think it sense a theme? It's really important to know where the best desserts are. There are a lot of exchange points around here. A pizza restaurant in the corner. I used to have one just like it under my house in yeah, it was my favorite spot because you didn't have to, if you were starving, you'd roll out of bed and eat pizza. But of course, like every place in the world, every 3 months they all change the restaurants. So it's really exciting that this one stayed there for so long. So. And we're looking for a cab. You can break these up if you want. So they've closed the statues because of the war to protect them. There's one on every corner. If you're really good, you remember which one is which. So there are some souvenir shops along here. There's actually a museum. I'm trying to remember what it was that I went in. They have a postal museum, but it's also a coffee shop. I should add that everything is coffee shop because all they do in Lviv is drink coffee. They have the alcohol. That's delicious and potent. So when my son was young, he loved this store. They have things like Monopoly in Lviv, all sorts of fun things like that. There was one in here, I'm not sure which, that had all sorts of, oh, we're gonna get run over. That had all sorts of like hammers and bolts and all sorts of weird stuff, but it was all made out of chocolate. So it's very cool. And it looked exactly like them. So Lviv Cicada is kind of the center of their, oh, another one of these. Whoops. Stand by. Look, we have another one. I don't think you can go like 100 meters or 200 feet without seeing one. And there's, where'd the Unveiling go? Yeah, they changed. And they changed money there. There's Lviv Chocolate Factory. Okay, but first this is the coffee. Anyway, it has little pipes and everything where they make and grind the coffee in there. And like 6 million types of coffee. It is fantastic, and they have good desserts and good breakfasts. And it's a touristy place, but it's also a place where everyone goes to. So you've got to go here too. I mean, if you come to Lviv, you've got to go there. Especially if you like coffee. I mean, if you like coffee, you could drink coffee 3 different times a day in 3 different places. And you still wouldn't even come close to the main center. Yep. Okay, a bit about money changing. Please, if you're going to take cash here, please take good cash. So it has to be new ones, not crinkled, nothing written on it, and no stamps. Sounds utterly ridiculous, but they're really worried about counterfeiting the money, so they won't change them. Everything else you can use credit cards for. When I've been using credit cards all the way through. Although my debit card doesn't like to work here for some reason. My bank is upset. I don't know what this is. Oh my goodness. Is this another erotic show bar? Yep. Goodness. Across from a family place. Oh, that's oh my goodness. Okay, everyone I know makes fun of me because I really like this. And this is a varenyky piano. It has like the best shashlik on a stick. Shashlik normally comes in like a round thing with cheese on top, but they put the amazing cheese on a stick and then the bread around it. Put it in the oven. It is better than any of the normal, natural, traditional hachikoris. And of course, they also have oysters. And what else is there that's so good? They make pizzas. Basically, it's like a food. What do they call it? Food mall? Food. Anyway, you get the idea. But it has, I guess, bad cider and bad beer, which I've never really noticed because the food's been so good. But every time I say, like, oh my God, it's going to leave, everyone else goes, oh, no. But I've gone there lots of times and I've never been sick. So I've had a lot of fun there. So, you know, why not?
I can feel the smell of alcohol in outside.
Yes, you can smell alcohol, and it smells very sweet. So, this is a Kiev chocolate factory here. And I hope they'll let us film inside.
Yeah, how so?
So we're gonna go check it out. And hot chocolate.
Добрий день.
Here. I can sit. Do they have are all the truffles in the back?
In the back?
Yes.
Second floor.
Second floor. Okay, thanks. I'll take a look 34. You know what? I and my son actually took a course here where we went behind and they got us all dressed up and we made all the chocolates. They taught us how to treat. It was so much fun. So we got all this chocolate and they taught us how to like use the cocoa butter. Of course, some people had cocoa butter all over their faces, and we made chocolates and truffles and all different things in a basket. And this is really crazy. We froze them and we like still have them moving that quick. So I know it's totally unethical, but it was so much fun. It was such a good memory. So all this is like totally homemade. They're in lots of other cities. So no matter where you go, you've not like, if you go home without having anything weird, it's just like, forget it. You've missed a huge part of this country. So, I mean, this one is pretty steep. But all the good things are up here. And then we're gonna go outside and have something. So you cannot be at a shortfall of choices. Oh my word. I love to get chocolates from here, and they're the perfect thing to give to IVF clinics and sperm banks in the US when they're taking and dragging their feet and not taking the optimal quick time to get their documents done. So it's a little like, do your documents and we'll give you chocolates. It's also great for doctors. But I don't know which ones to get. And it has to be traveling. They used to be blocks, not having problems. When everything's changed, it's always a difficult thing. I'm tempted to go to the Ukrainian ones, but I don't know what these are.
Did you see that?
No.
Only for adults.
All right. Only in Ukraine. Not finding what I look for. Oh, they do have planes and things and automobiles even here. I'm still not finding what I'm looking for. Let's see here. But look, these have the picture of Reno Square, the picture of the place here, and of course, where's the proudly made in Ukraine? I can't get ones that don't say proudly made in Ukraine. So we're good to go.
Let's go. Bye bye.
I want to go ahead of me this time so I can go down and not kill myself. We're gonna kill ourselves anyway. So we'll get back to you when we're eating. Okay? See, look, those croissants are not like the croissant factory. Things in the world.
Там замовлення принесуть, читайте. Людина прийде, будь ласка, бери нормально, так як має бути, і вас збиратися. Так і дитина знаєш, мало вже замовлення.
White chocolate, white chocolate, dark chocolate to go?
Dark and white, yes?
Yes, dark and white.
Half cash.
Cash.
Okay. Maybe a 6-3.
I remember the old days where you there you go.
White, please.
And 6.
Okay.
Yeah, please.
Кажуть тут, а чому тут? Я кажу це.
Normally, be careful. Normally, this is the first thing I ever do when I go to Ukraine is have one of those. We're going to take it to go, but I want Yvonne to be able to. I know, this makes me like act like a child. So look, it's like totally just melted chocolate. Isn't that thickly good. Gotta be careful, it's gotta have it all over me.